Hey guys, it's Clinton Tiggis here with Atlanta Rock Climbing Company. So I'm here today. I just want to go over what I typically bring with me on a typical guiding day. I'm here at the beautiful Cherokee Rock Village, and I just got done guiding, so I figured it would be a good time to kind of go over what I typically bring, and that way you'll have some idea of what you would like to bring or what you may add to your kit as you go through your guiding. So first off, let's look at what I got set up here. So this is the Mountain Hardware 30 5-liter multi-pitch, and you see I basically got it set up to where I can just pick it up and haul it out here. So up on top I've got my helmet. So helmet always comes with me, and I typically will put it on in a way that way it doesn't move around. So I'll wrap it around the straps a few times, and I've added a couple bungee cords to kind of help me out, and especially with adding some things to the outside. So these didn't come with the pack, but you can buy something similar to it on Amazon, and I usually just put these away when I'm not using them, so it's really just for the approach. So next up I have my rope on top here. This is a 70-meter rope. Depending on what you're planning on doing, you may only need a 60-meter or vice versa. So, and go ahead and take that off there. And I added some straps on the side to basically kind of keep the rope from getting snagged on anything. I typically find as I'm hiking through the brush or something that the rope likes to get tangled, so whenever I can have something on the side that I can clip to, really does help. So and also it allows you to, like I said, strap other things to it. So here I've got a stick clip with me, and I always typically bring that even if I do trad routes, because a lot of times they may not be able to place gear early, so they will place a bolt. So I do like bringing the stick clip just for the extra protection. So alright, now you can see here I got the rest of the pack here. I really like this pack, and I'm gonna do another video separately on this pack. So you'll get a little bit more information just on the pack. So, all right, well, in the front here, got some sunscreen, got some TP, yeah, I got some small items inside here. I got a lighter, I got some electrolyte tablets, I got some bug spray here. Also, I'll keep in this pocket some GoPro accessories. I typically always bring my GoPro because I found that clients really enjoy the quality of the pictures, and also I'll do videos. It's always nice to add something extra to your guiding. You're not only taking somebody out, but you're trying to create a good quality product, and little things like that typically always go a long way with the client. So also I'll have stashed up here a rescue stop. So this is just a portable, basically small little porta body thing. That way if you got to use the bathroom while you're out on the trail, you have something and you can carry it out. I rarely ever actually use this. I always try to get clients to use the restroom at the facilities at the trailhead before, but it is nice to have just in case. Alright, well, it goes to the front of the pack here. So here we go to the front of the pack here. So in here, I'll carry some other knickknacks, like I've got cell phone, Got some snacks for the day, some chapstick, headlamp. I also have, you know, an assortment of things I can write with. So typically I'll have my guide notebook in here, some business cards, and I usually always carry a CPR mask and some gloves up here for emergencies, and also just a face mask, and then some pens and pencils and things like that. I also have a soap note in here as well, so this is important in case you have an incident, you want to keep track of what's really going on with the patient, so that's also important. Up here I'll have some crack gloves, or I'll substitute these for tape depending on where I'm going. I'll have a buff here. I always typically have sunglasses. I'm wearing them as I'm approach, but I always carry an extra pair, and these for the client in case they drop those or they lose them or break theirs. And then I usually always carry some skin balm. It's really helpful just to kind of touch up your skin in case you get some nicks while you're climbing. I always carry some sort of a shell. Today it was nice, so I just carried a wind shell, but I could substitute that for like a rain shell or a puffy or something like that. Then I'll have some water here. I usually always carry at least a liter or even 2 liters depending on how far I'm out. Obviously I'll have a harness here, and then after that I'll have I'll keep together what I typically wear on my harness. So this is where it's going to live on my harness basically the whole day. So I'll have a triple link sling here. I'll have a pair of gloves. I've added a locking draw that comes in handy. I really like using this. It's good for extended rappels, also for just extending the master point too. So a couple spare lockers. This here is my, basically, I typically always have a Grigori with me, and it's on here, but this is my personal rappel slash belay setup here, so I always have it together. So I have a spare locker, and this is for if I'm going to use the ATC in guide mode. I'll have a third hand with a locker on there. I also have a 60 centimeter sling. This is for extending the rappel in case I don't want to do it with the locking draw. I'll have that, and then I have the ATC guide there, and it all just lives on my harness. And this is mine. I don't let the client use this. I have an extra one for the client in case they lose theirs or they drop theirs. I'll have a double link sling. This is good if you want to do quick little anchor, if you need to have just a second tether, or if you need to extend the rappel, or there's a lot of uses for that. So then with that I'll have a couple just non-lockers. Then I'll have a complete top rope setup here that I can use for multi-pitch, or I could use it for single pitch. It's got 2 lockers, 2 non-lockers. This is typically I could use for bolts, or I could use it for trad gear as well. So it's a neat little handy setup here, and I just have it all together ready to go. Then I'll have another double link sling, and I like using this carabiner. It's got a rolling axle. That way, in case you really need to extend one of your pieces, or if you're creating a pulley system, it really does help to reduce the drag or the friction in the rope. And then I'll have my Grigori, and then this is my personal anchor, and that'll go on my harness. So it's a nice quick little setup. I like to keep it all together, and that just lives on my harness there. So as soon as I put my harness on, then I'll put on the rest of this. And then I'll Next up I'll have the trad rack here. So typical single pitch trad rack. It's got a set of nuts, single set of cams up to a 3, and then Alpine draws. I have some tri-cams on here as well. So and then I also have just a couple quick draws, just in case, like I said, if there's bolts at the beginning of the climb, or if there's bolts throughout and you just want to clip them. So today I went pretty light. Typically if I'm doing multi-pitch, then I'll beef up, add some extra stuff if I need to, or take away depending on what I'm doing. So next up I'll have a pair of shoes. I have some spare chalk, and then I'll have a chalk bag. And then I always carry a C-splint with me. It's pretty handy if you some sort of a spring while you're on the trail, and it easily just fits in the bottom of my bag, and it creates like a little shelf. I can put it on and I can stack things on it. Makes it nice. And then I'll have first aid kit, and then I'll have a these are just it's a spare kind of emergency parts, really. So I have a tool in case you're using bolts. You can kind of tighten the bolts up here. Also have a ring here in case I need to change out a ring, a wrap ring, in case one is really bad. That way I don't eat up my rope. And then I'll have a spare personal anchor for the client in case they drop theirs or lose it. I'll have a third hand for them, and then I'll also have an ATC for them in case they drop theirs on the rappels or something like that. So, and that will all just kind of live down in the bottom of my bag. So that's it for the bag there, and that's typically what I carry for just a single pitch climb. I may substitute I may add, not substitute, but I may add the climbing rope for like a static rope. I may add a static rope to it. And then that way if I'm doing a lot of top managed sites, then I'll add that static line. That way I can efficiently set things up. So that's it for my kit. If you have any comments, or if you add things that I don't have, or things that may be useful, but across the board this is pretty much what you'd carry for guiding. Let me know if you like some certain things, or if you think I should change certain things, or if you have any kind of comments on it. But thanks for watching, and give me a like and subscribe, and I'll catch you next time. Thanks.